Hiya folks, JD here, and a very big thank you to MarcRCAddict. You'll find his links in the description. I guarantee you're going to want to check this guy out. He loves his RC cars, loves his quadcopters. He's got a hugely successful Instagram page, as well as he's just started his YouTube channel again, and he's kicked it back off, and he's got some really good videos on there. He has sent me a little package which contains this tracker and this SQ11 mini DV sports camera. Right, so we've seen the SQ11 on the channel before. Very good camera. I'm going to look forward to opening that up, but before we do, let's look at the tracker. So this is the Jxd Tracker. Let's open this up. So as soon as you open it up, you get a nice pouch. Then you also have your manuals, you also have your USB cable, and you have your spare propellers in there as well. So let's open this up. Now this is a Wi-Fi driven app in the same ilk as the JRC Elfie. Ooh, look at that. I like that. Gunmetal grey on the outside, either side here, and then nice black band in the middle with tracker just written down the side here, down the back. I like that a lot. Okay, let's open this up. So the arms just peel back, and then as they peel back, they show the quadcopter's full form, which is this. Very small, very light, under 250 grams, Wi-Fi controlled, very portable, HD camera to the front, as it says there. No doubt you've seen that. Working our way to the back, we have this really nice feeling, really nice, quite thick actually, plastic towards the top of it. We have two LEDs at the back here. Breaking out either side, we have our rear quadcopter arms, and on the front we have our front quadcopter arms as well. When they fold back in, it really does make for a really small form factor quad. So let's put the front in first, then the back. That all clicks into place, and it literally fits in the palm of your hand like that. Very nice. Right then, okay, so what can we expect from this? Well, I'm hoping we can expect a good flight. So let's go in and have a look into this a little bit more before we actually take her up and give her a bit of a flight. So this battery, what have we got in here? This battery is a 3.7 volt 550 milliamp hour battery. I'm guessing from this you're going to get about 5 minutes of flight from it, and that honestly should be enough if you're using your Wi-Fi app. Now we've got a little bit of charge in there, red LEDs to the back, as well as piercing white LEDs to the front. Excellent. So I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to charge that so we can take her up and have a little flight in a short while. So that is excellent. I'm really going to look forward to flying this. Thank you very much, Marc, for sending this my way. We're going to give this a good flight in a couple of minutes. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just fold this back up into its form factor like that. Put it on our nice little faux velvet bag that we get with it there. Put it to one side for now while we bring in the SQ11 and have a little look at this as well. So let's open this up. So the SQ11 is a really nice camera. Now this camera really is good. These really small cameras really intrigue me because the quality, okay, it's not GoPro quality. You're still gonna, you know, it's the lens isn't fantastic in them, but they're so portable, they're so light, they're great for RC. You can just stick it on literally anything and it will fly. And especially with these nice little coloured bands around the outside, really looks like it's trying to take off the company Polaroid. On and off button at the top, mode button to the up the top as well. Across the side you have your micro SD card writer, as well as you have your mini micro USB to the side there as well. Infrared orbs around the outside mean that you can use this in dark. Now what I found with this camera is it's very good up to short range. The further you get, it might get a little bit worse. It may not show you the quality that you require, but you can use it in the dark quite effectively. That is very nice and extremely light as well. Now, as well as in the package, as well as the camera, you also get your little USB cable as well as your video cable as well there, so you can plug it into your TV. You also get a couple of mounts, so you can click all these together and actually have your camera supported on a little mounted bracket here, good for a little dash cam or something like that. Then you have your little manual, which is your SQ11 Full HD Mini DV manual, and this is your operating manual, so it takes you through how to operate it, your operating instructions, and as well as frequently asked questions in the grid at the bottom there also. All in all, a really nice camera for the insanely for RC, as well as these come in at a really good price point. So if you haven't picked up one of these before, I suggest you do. Now I've got an SQ11 here as well, my older one, which doesn't look as nice as this one here. This one looks really, really nice. Oh, where's my other one? Where is my other one? There we go. So there's mine, which is slightly bigger. Look at that. But I tell you, this one here looks really nice. Really, really does look good. Only got 2 infrared orbs at the side here. But then again, it does the job, see? And I think this one feels a lot lighter. A hell of a lot lighter. At least about 3 or 4 grams lighter than this one. I think that's going to be good on planes. So thank you, Marc, ever so much for sending these my way. I'm very, very appreciative of that. I can't wait to start trying these out. So with that, shall we get this up in the air and see what it's like? Let's do it then, friends. Next up, we've got the Tracker Flight. Right then, folks, let's give this a shot. So, we're going to see exactly how well this works. Let's see, is it up? No. Oh. Okay. I had it in gyro modes to begin with. So it was just working in gyro mode as I moved my phone, so I had to turn that off in order to get it up. LEDs are active on the back, LEDs are active on the front. So let's get some video recording and see exactly how that goes. My god, this thing is loud. It's reverberating right the way through my head. But it's not meant to be an indoor copter, it's meant to be an outdoor copter. But we've had so much snow outside, unfortunately I can't take it out yet. So this is why I'm having to test it indoors. But to be fair, well, I can see straight away that it doesn't look, the camera isn't up to quality. I mean, I've got quite a few lights on in here so I can have a nice little bit of different lighting, and you can see from the phone that it's very grainy. Ooh. There's a lot of travel in this, and I did sort out, I did calibrate the gyro first. Maybe I've got to just give it a bit of trim, a bit of forward trim, but so far it's doing what it says on the tin. It's going to fly. I think if it is a toss-up between the JJRC Elfie or this, I think it would have to be the Elfie that wins it. But that's just purely down to the fact that the Elfie seemed a little bit more stable. This seems like I'm almost trying to fight it, which is a little bit strange considering that we're indoors and we don't have any environmental factors on this at all. But I am trying to trim her up to get her a little bit more solid. Oh, that's the battery. That's the battery. Now this battery was fully charged. So far we've had about 2 minutes and 12 seconds of flight out of it. Thank you, Marc, for sending me this, my friend. It's a great gift. I'm really enjoying flying it. I think next time we're going to give it a try outside and see exactly how it goes. But I'm still going to keep on flying her, just repositioning her all the time. Now that we've got battery mode in. Ooh. I was going to do a 360 flip, and then I thought better of it. Plus we're in low battery mode, it probably isn't going to flip. Plus my ceilings aren't high enough, I don't want it to crash. But the control, I mean, I do have quite a bit of control. Wow. Let's emergency stop that. I couldn't lift it up at all. So it was most certainly down for the low battery warning. That's why it hit the floor, but it wouldn't stop, so I had to click emergency stop. But indoor flight, motors are cold, battery's cold, everything about this is cold. Now, flying it round, it was a little bit difficult, but at the same time, I was managing to control it, and once I trimmed it up, it was pretty stable. It was still moving about quite a bit. I mean, these little copters do move around quite a bit as well. They vibrate quite a lot. The body vibrates, and that moves the quadcopter as it's going to go. But Marc, thank you, my friend, for sending it for me. I have enjoyed flying it. I think if it's a toss-up between this and the Elfie, I think every time the Elfie's going to win. It just seems a bit more stable. I think as a selfie quadcopter, I don't think you can have a very good selfie quadcopter without it being GPS. That being said, though, purely as an indoor flying little quad, I think this thing is pretty fun. But it isn't stable. That's the thing. You have to really work it and keep it stable. Use a lot of trim. I think I was halfway or 3/4 of the way up on the trim bar in order to get it to fly horizontal. When I took her off, I was in gyro mode. That's why she kept on flying back. I had hit gyro mode thinking that was the calibration for it, and it just kept on flying back against my knees. But then once I turned that off, I was able to then use the analog sticks as usual and take her off. Marc, thank you for my present, my friend, ever so much. There we are, my friend. Hope you've enjoyed. This has been the Jxd Tracker. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.